critics rave. Cuphead is the greatest game of our generation. I mean, yeah, Cuphead is just the greatest game of our generation.
So let's go ahead and put it in the moist meter. I'm giving this a 90%.
Time magazine calls it a masterpiece. Hey, have you heard of Cuphead? Hey, did you get Cuphead? Cuphead. Hey, have you heard of Cuphead? Are you gonna get Cuphead? Hey, have you heard of Cuphead? Oh my god, fine. Okay, I'll play your goddamn cup game if I can do anything on the internet for 5 minutes without hearing about Cuphead. Is it really that good? Is it really a masterpiece? Yeah, so it turns out Cuphead is pretty good. It's actually really good, but is it worth being called a masterpiece? Yeah, I guess so. I think Cuphead is definitely a case of style over substance. I mean, yeah, the understated gameplay is smooth, it's fun, rewarding, and mechanically sound, but where Cuphead really shines is how it looks. All the models are hand-drawn and hand-animated, stylized to 30s cartoons, the background is hand-done in watercolors, and the filter that I thought would annoy me to no end meshes surprisingly well with the style, and after a few minutes, I hardly noticed it. In all senses of the word, Cuphead really is cup standing. But is it really a masterpiece? Probably, but I definitely think Cuphead is feeding into hype culture. If there's anything hype culture is good for, it's turning critically acclaimed releases into, responses with the passage of time. Hey, remember Avatar? The movie about tall blue people. Directed by James, I'm making 4 more movies to a movie I made nearly 10 years ago, Cameron. Remember how hyped it was on release? Even the legendary Roger Ebert gave it a perfect score and talked about how good it was, not just for the technical achievement of the movie, but for the story, characters, and... seriously? I can't help but feel like Ebert was partially influenced by the hype surrounding the movie at the time of writing his review. But ultimately, without the visuals, Avatar is just a pretty standard movie with a kind of generic plot. But the hype culture surrounding it at the time didn't stop people from labeling it a masterpiece. Now let's bring it back to Cupface. If we look past the absolutely mesmerizing visuals, what do we actually have? It's a classic platformer that plays kind of like Mega Man or Contra. It's good, but nothing revolutionary. Granted, that's not what Cup for a Head was going for, but I'll be honest, the gameplay can get a bit stale in some parts. Without the gorgeous visuals and soundtrack and aesthetic, Cuphead is just a solid platformer. I'm kind of worried that with all the hype it's getting, people are gonna come in expecting something that Cuphead just isn't. It's gonna get to the point where so many people are gonna love Cup Brain that hating on the game is gonna be the new cool thing, or the game is just gonna lose its shine that much faster. And I don't want Head Cup to lose that shine because I genuinely love it. This happens to anything that gets hyped too much. It's setting an unrealistic expectation. The bar just raises to a point so high above where the game actually is that even the game the bar was based on can't compete. It gets labeled overrated and causes people who could have enjoyed the game to overlook it because, oh, well, Cuphead is overrated and I'm not gonna give it a try because it's overrated. I understand video games. I'm not like those other plebeian filth. I'm a cultured nerd. If you want Cuphead to stand the test of time and to really prove its worth as a masterpiece, you gotta give it time, okay? Give it some space. Jeez, let it breathe. Damn. But all these hot takes and feeding of the hype culture around Cuphead is just bad for the game in the long run. Now look, I'm not saying you can't say the game is good. I'm not saying you can't say it's excellent or call it your favorite game. It's already one of my favorite games in recent memory. I'm not even gonna say you can't find the anthropomorphic Cup arousing. Actually, maybe please don't do that. I'm just saying, maybe don't. Cuphead is the best game ever made, period. This is Game of the Year, automatically. I'm not gonna consider anything else because there's nothing better than Cuphead, and you're an idiot if you disagree with me about Cuphead. It's that simple. What are you, some kind of idiot? Okay, bye.